Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. In today's exciting episode, I do some beading on the Rainbow Raindrops jacket. It's very exciting.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
So if you watched the episode where I did the fabric haul with the pink fabrics, as well as showing you those delightful fabrics, I also mentioned that I'd finished 4 other jackets. 2 of them are the Very Hungry Caterpillar, the one on the right, just off screen, and the Rainbow Raindrops. And previous to that, I'd been working on the 2 silver jackets because apparently I just can't finish anything. Anyway, so this one, I put emerald green sequins on. So they're big round sequins. They're like an inch in diameter. And I fold them in half. And I actually had some other ones in different colours. And I'd used the transparent neon red ones, some of the red ones, and some of the transparent neon pink ones, and pink in a couple of different colours on the pink white jacket. But I had all these other colours, and I've only got some of them I've got 10 of one colour, some I've got 12, some I've got 20. So there's not that many, so it would be difficult to use them in other designs because there's not quite enough. So I was like, well, maybe I can use them all on one. It could either look terrible and tacky or it could look interesting. So if you remember when I did the emerald ones on the emerald ones on the silver jacket, I was like, oh, I wish I'd used clear seed beads to hold them on, to anchor each of the sequins. So on this one I have used clear glass seed beads, and this is me just showing you. So I did a few first up, and then I went back and I did more and more work. So with the yellow ones, I used a creamy yellow thread, and with the red, magenta and purple ones, I used a sort of magenta-y red thread. And with the green ones, I'm going to use green thread, and the mauve ones, I'm going to use mauve thread. So it takes a long time. It takes so much time. And I am using up so many sequins. I've bought these over the years, and some of them I've had for a very, very long time. And yeah, it's amazing. So this is me just showing you. I was at this point, before this, I was like, oh, do I like it? Do I not? But at this point, I'd added some more of the plain red ones because I have this big bag of red ones and I have a big bag of green ones, and all the other colours I've only got a few of. So I was like, I'll maybe not use the ones that I've got a lot of, but then I was like, actually, I kind of need the plain red ones. So I was happy that I added some of those to the sort of more magenta-y ones. And yeah, it just makes it seem more complex if you sort of add a couple of different reds in there and magenta-y ones. And so I could use the sort of plain red ones on orange as well as red. And I don't know, I'm really happy with it because I just was uncertain about this. And at this point, I think I remember that I have olive coloured, like avocado ones. And I think I've only got 10 or 12 of them. And I can't for the life of me remember where I put them. Oh, I wasn't sure about the pale blue ones either. But at this point, I've used a couple of them and I really, really like it. So I'm going to use... I'm not going to be able to use the pale blue ones on anything else because there's 15 of them or something. So I will use them all on this. I just have to use the other colours first, and when I run out of them, I'll use up. Oh, and I've got loads of 2 different types of mauves. I've got plastic mauve ones and I've got metallic mauve ones. So in the spaces where there's nothing else, I think I will use those ones up. So I've also got some pale pink ones and some pale green ones, but I've got loads of pale green ones. Well, not loads, but enough to maybe do one whole jacket. So I might save them for that. I might scavenge around in my boxes of beads and try and find the olive avocado coloured ones because I think that I'm never going to use them on anything else, and they would be just perfect for this. So, and this is me showing you the inside. So as I said, I'm using like the red thread for the red toned ones, and the yellow and creamy yellow thread for the yellow ones. And yeah, it's really complex because you have to sort of figure out where to start, and it's sort of very join the dots. And yeah, with the mauve ones, I just did each mauve one individually, but yeah, because they were so far apart. Oh, and at this point, because I wasn't sure about those dark purple ones because they're so different to everything else, I still have some teal sequin and some dark green sequin, so they will change the color combination. But as the color combination is now, it reminded me of this Christian Dior look from 2007, so a very long time ago now. And this is the collection. It's just the most amazing collection, and the embellishment and embroidery from Lesage, it's just amazing. This one is gorgeous, but because the sleeves are so thin, it's just netting. It's layers and layers and layers of tulle and netting. It's just amazing. This one here has a wider sleeve, and you get to do much more beading on it. So that's why I'm doing the wider sleeves, because it just allows you to do a lot more embellishment. Anyway, this is the one that I know they're completely different. I'll show you the rainbow raindrops. Like, they're totally different, but I think the magenta and the purple and the sort of vanilla-y yellow in this one, they're just reminding me so much, and the orangey red, they're reminding me so much of that look, that particular outfit from so it's silk, the dress is silk, and then it's got this overdress, and then it's with the balloon hem, and it's just got all this embellishment on it in sequins, and it's just magnificent, absolutely magnificent. And yeah, so I'm pleasantly surprised. I love that. Okay, that's the last photo, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I really love these colours. I do think, so I was tempted to just leave it with these colours, use the rest of them, but leave it in these tones and not use the turquoise or dark green. But I think I'm going to have to, simply because I don't actually have that many sequins. And because they're also light and the jacket I'm working on is so big and cumbersome, I keep knocking some of the sequins off. So I'm going to have to, some of them have been flicked off the back of the my workbench, and some of them have been flicked off the front. So I'm going to have to pick all the sequins up, use all of them, and then once I've used them, I'll get out the teal coloured ones and the sort of greeny teal ones and the green ones and use them. But I think, yeah, but I'm really happy. I wasn't sure about those purple ones at all, but I love them now. I really like them. And once I've finished all the sequins, then I'll add some clear glass beads, which will weight everything down and bring those ridiculous sleeves down. So for the time being, I have to sort of leave them looking ridiculous because all the sequin work has to be done first. But oh my goodness, the amount of sequins I'm using up. It's sometimes you work on a jacket that's heavily beaded and you just used like a decade. I've been collecting these for more than a decade, at least a decade and a half, and you just use stuff that's taking you 10 years to collect. It's amazing. Anyway, I've had my coffee break. It is now time to go and pick up all the sequins and the beads that have fallen everywhere and dust them off and finish this. And there's going to be a big red triangle on the back, design feature on the back as well. So I may do that before I see you next, or I may not. We'll see. Well, that was breathtakingly ambitious of me. No, I have not. And optimistic. I have added some teal and green and this sort of opaque sea green which is sort of teal and green mixed together. And then I have these smaller, really deep blue ones as well. So I've added some different colors, and here we go. I also found I cannot find the metallic olive sort of khaki green ones, which are fabulous. But as I said, there's only like 10 or 12 of them. But I did find these sort of peachy transparent ones, which are gorgeous. So I've used some of them, and then I did some, and I used a few more of the yellow vanilla ones, and then I did the sea coloured ones, the sort of blue, green, teal ones. And there were a couple of light blue ones that had to be done, but I don't think I've done them here because I did them right at the end. And then I also did some on the sleeves, but I obviously have to do a lot more on the sleeves. I actually counted up how many I did on the front of the sleeve, back of the sleeve, left and right, and then the front left, front right. So I'm trying to even them out. And this is hours and hours later. So the right side of the screen is what it was like last time you saw it. And this is what it is after I've done hours and hours more work on it. So this side has 115 sequins on the front. They're giant sequins. Some of them take 2 anchor beads to attach them. Some of them take 3. And then the other side only has 68. And then the front of that side of the sleeve has 24. The back of it has 10. And then the one on the left side of the screen, the front has 32 and the back has, I've forgotten to add some. It only had 4 last time I counted. But anyway, so I'm getting there. So there's actually a reasonable amount of weight on the body of the jacket. So I think I may only have to put glass beads on the sleeves to weigh them down. And I still have quite a lot of sequins to go as well. So I think I'll do the whole torso of the jacket. Yeah, I've got to punch some more holes in turquoise and dark blue ones because I've used all the ones I had. But yeah, there's quite a bit to go. But it's getting there. And obviously both sides will eventually look the same. But yeah, and there's a reasonable amount of weight. So I think in the sort of creamy parchment coloured gap spaces, I might, once I've done all the actual raindrops, I might go back and put some of the leftovers in the blank spaces to sort of make it look completely covered in rainbow raindrops. But there will still be some small areas, and I've got these sort of transparent, but they've got a vanilla tint to them, and sequins, so they're basically clear, but they've got a little bit of a yellow twinge to them. So I couldn't use them on anything white or cream because they'd end up looking too yellow. But on this one, they will be perfect. And in the spots where there's no shiny bits, I'll put a few of those. And I think that will make the whole thing look sparkly and fabulous. But then on the sleeves, I can't decide if I'll just put clear glass beads to weigh it down. So they'll have a little bit of a glint, but it'll be a classy diamond type glint. Or I could do the chandelier beading with clear teardrop beads on the bottom of them. And that would make it look like rain falling. And I don't know if it's a little bit too tacky. When it didn't have sequins, if I just put clear glass beads on it, then it really looks like rainbow raindrops. So the rain type beading would have worked for that. And I think it would have looked really pretty, but in a very different way. Now that I've put all these sequins on there, I love this, don't get me wrong, but I just think putting the chandelier beading on the sleeves as well will be too much. At the end of year sales, I bought far too many fabrics because they were super, 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 super cheap. So I've got this other, it's a sort of synthetic crepe fabric, and it's all bright colours and floral, and it's gorgeous. So I might do the clear glass beads with the chandelier beading on that one. And I've also, if I wanted to wear a colourful one with colourful chandelier beading or long strings of beads, I've got the Kandinsky. And I've also got, I think I have to do, after I finish this Rainbow Raindrops jacket, I think I'm going to have to get out all the truly rainbow jackets that I have and do an episode on them, because they're all like, they're multicolored in all different ways. And like this one has sequins, it's rainbow and it's got sequins on it, but it's completely different to the Rainbow Raindrop. So yes, see, you need hundreds of jackets because they're all so unique. They're like snowflakes. Anywho, I am going to go and finish this jacket. And I think the next video that you'll see is probably going to be a collections video, because a while ago now I filmed all my navy jackets, most of them are tweed, and I also did one on black and white jackets and one on grey and silver jackets. There aren't many in the grey and silver collection, but I do have some gorgeous wools and gorgeous silver and grey tweeds and things as well that are yet to be done. I also have like so many different navy fabrics. I just made a video of all the navy tweeds that I still haven't done. And well, most of the tweeds are done, but the other navy, like there's a navy lace, and oh, that's right, the navy one was the last one I did. So there are some upholstery velvet ones in there, metallic ones, but I also shoehorned in some red and some pink and some other tweeds in there that I hadn't showed you in any of the other videos. So the black and white video of fabrics is just black and white tweeds and black and white fabrics, but the navy one is just a hodgepodge of other things that are beautiful as well. So anyway, these are my sequins. Thank goodness I rooted around and found enough sequins. Maybe I'll actually go looking for those avocado coloured ones again, because they would be rather fabulous. Even though there's only a few, they would be perfect. So maybe I'll try and find them again. But if not, I still have enough sequins to be going on with. And yeah, maybe next time you see this jacket, I'll be a little bit further along. It really does take forever to get these sequins done. But, you know, once you've done a jacket, it's going to be like that for life. Like you have decades and decades of wear in it. So it's worth the investment in time, in my opinion. Anyway, that is it for this video. All the pretty colours. I just love the way this turned out. It's amazing. And I think those peachy and lemony yellow sequins are just perfect. I wasn't sure about them. And the purple ones, especially when the purple and the mauve and magenta are near each other, they just look so cool. Anyway, really going now. Thanks again for watching and happy sewing. Don't be afraid to be very, very creative. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can just carefully take everything apart and use it in something else. But yeah, this is amazing. It's so completely different than I thought it would be, but I love it. Anyway, thanks again for watching and happy sewing.